Good morning, one and all. I am Professor Deepika Birari from Parvatibai Genba Mosey College of Engineering to take your subject Computer Graphics. And we are starting with unit number 1 named as Graphics Primitive and Scan Conversion Algorithm. So let's start with our lecture number 1, and we are going to cover the topic Introduction to Computer Graphics and Graphics Primitive. So already we have done introductory session of computer graphics. So again we will see today the introduction of computer graphics, means what do you mean by computer, what do you mean by graphics, and what is the actual computer graphics is. So let's start with introduction part. So the computer is nothing but a data processing machine, or you can say a tool, which is used for storing and manipulating or displaying something on the screen, that can be a data or information. And graphics is nothing but the visualization of that all created data, that is called as a computer graphics. So you can say a computer graphics is nothing but anything that is a text on a computer which is treated as a computer graphics. So GUI is an example, that graphical user interface. Nowadays almost all computers are using GUI, so that is the best example of computer graphics. Or we can say that it is a study of a technique to improve some communication between the human and machine, that is also known as a computer graphics. The word computer graphics means the picture or a graph or anything seen that is drawn with the help of computer, that is called as a computer graphics. So let's see one example of that is nothing but a graph. So all of you know that by using a graph we can display a large amount of information, right. So here is one example. Now if I want to represent a result of your FESCTEB, right. So we can represent all the 4-year results of my department by using a graph, okay. So we can say that graph is the thing which may replace a huge table entries, right. So huge table entries I can replace with this graph, and this is very informative to say the which result is good, which is poor likewise. So here we can see that the first year FE is having a result near about 60%, second year is having the 80%, third year result is about 75%, and the last year, that is final year result, is very good, that is 85%. So this graph is showing what is the result of my department here. So this is just an example, not actual result. So this is called as a computer graphics, means the information you can represent in other ways, right. So otherwise may be a graph, it may be any picture, it may be any scene. So that will be a more informative, and that visualization of that information is very important here. So we can visualize what is a actual result is, what is the actual information is. So this is also called as a histogram. So another example of this same example is nothing but pie charts, cardiogram. These are also a graphics example. So the computer graphics allows the communication through the picture, charts, diagrams, etc. So simply we can say that the thousands word can be replaced by a single picture. So that is called as a computer graphics. So let's see the different applications of this computer graphics. So the first application is a business software. So we can use this computer graphics in business software. Then the TV channels, what is this application is a day-to-day life application. Then next is GUI and animation. I told you previously that GUI is a very much used tool. Then next is these are animations that we can create by using computer graphics. Then making charts, I have told you graphs and all, that is nothing but a example or application of computer graphics. Then image processing, this is what the area which is used, widely used in military purpose. Then it can be used in medical, for example for X-ray scanning and etc. In that the image processing is used, where the computer graphics is much more important. Then you can say that the CAD and CAM, that is the application which is used for civil and mechanical engineering. Here is an example to draw something, machines, or you can say the infrastructure part. Then computer games, what you like most is computer games, and for that purpose also we are using the computer graphics, that is nothing but animations we are using in that. So, these are nothing but some applications of computer graphics where we are using this in our day to day life. Then next part is graphics primitive. So, what is the basics requirement required for this computer graphics? That are nothing but the graphics primitive. So, we will start with the first primitive, that is pixel. So, pixel is nothing but it is the smallest addressable unit of a screen element. What is that? So, see here, we cannot represent an infinite number of points on a computer, as we cannot represent an infinite quantity of numbers, right. So, infinity we cannot represent in a numbers, and that also we cannot represent on a computer. So, all of you know that the line is made up of number of small points, right. So, each point having some size, that small point is having some size, and that is called as a pixel. Okay. So, the pixel is, we can say, the small addressable screen element, or we can say that it is a smallest piece of display screen which we can control, means we are having a control on that pixel. So, we can make that pixel as a on, we can make that pixel as a off, that is called as a control. So, we can operate that pixel. So, we can say that the pixel is nothing but it is having the two things, that is a name and is address. So, whenever we are controlling that pixel, so we should have their name and we should have their address. Okay. So, this is what the controlling of pixel. So, you can say the greater the number of points, the higher will be the resolution of that particular screen. So, the resolution of the screen is totally depends on a pixel. Still it is a very small element of a screen, but it is very important because we are working on a pixel. To make any graphics, we are working on that particular pixel. Okay. So, again the resolution is made up of the pixel size, right. So, the computer graphics images are made by setting the intensity and the color of that pixel which composes screen. Means whenever I want to control a one pixel, so what I am going to do? I am changing the color of that pixel, I am setting the intensity, means what will be the color intensity of that pixel, all this we are going to done with that pixel. So, the pixel screen is nothing but a grid or array of a pixel. So, screen, here we are saying that here is a screen and we are maintaining the pixel grid or array of a pixel, that is 5 by 5, right. So, whenever you want to show that particular pixel, now here the green pixel I want to find out what is its value, what is its address. So, I will find out the coordinates of that pixel, and coordinates are like, you can see here the coordinates I am reading like a I and j, that is row and column. So, what is the row? 3. What is the column? 3. So, what is the address of that particular pixel? 3 by 3 or 3 comma 3. This is the address of that particular pixel. So, it is a small screen element, but which is very important element for a graphics. So, it is called as a graphics primitive. The next element, the next part is resolution. What is the resolution? I have told you that resolution is made up of pixels. So, what resolution is exactly? So, it is nothing but the number of dots, okay, number of dots or number of pixel on that particular screen, that is called as a resolution. So, how it is shown? So, it is shown that it is the pair of number of dots on horizontal line and the number of dots on vertical line. I have shown you that we are measuring the column and rows. So, same way this resolution is pair of number of dots on horizontal and the number of dots on vertical line. So, in this way we are giving the resolution of a screen. So, here are some example, that 640 by 480, 800 and by 600, 1024 by 768, 1280 into 1024. So, these are some standard resolutions which are used for computer screen or any mobile screen likewise. So, these are standard resolution, example of standard resolution. So, what is required? What is the basic component required for this resolution is nothing but the RGB model. What is RGB model? Its name suggests that red, green, and blue color. Okay. So, this model contains the RGB, red, green and blue colors. So, what is the color range of this models? So, it is having the color range from 0 to 255. Okay. So, 0 represents the black color, 255 represents the white color. So, this is what the range of RGB model, and what exactly the number of colors it produces? It produces 16 million color possibilities. Okay. So, this RGB produce the 16 million color possibilities. These are the combinations which can be done through using this RGB model. So, this model is used for this resolution. Okay. The next is aspect ratio. This is again a very important part, aspect ratio. And why we are using this aspect ratio? That in imaging or in image processing or any imaging that we are using in computer, that aspect ratio is nothing but the width of that image divided by its height. So, every image is having some aspect ratio, right? Whatever the image we are opening in our computer, that is having some aspect ratio, and that is shown as aspect ratio is nothing but width of that image divided by the height of that image. So, if I am saying that aspect ratio is 2:1, means what? The width is twice as large as its height. Okay. So, whenever we are resizing our image, we are doing that, right? In Paint we are resizing the image, we are changing its resolution and all thing, right? So, whenever we are resizing, the one thing you have to keep in mind that you have to maintain the aspect ratio to avoid the stretching. If you are not maintaining, then image will look like a blur, or it may be look like a stretched image. So, aspect ratio should be maintained. So, how you are going to find the aspect ratio? Here is one example. So, suppose this is one image, it is having its width is 8 inches, it is having its height is a 6 inches. So, you have to maintain this aspect ratio while you are resizing this image. So, whenever you are resizing, you should check that your aspect ratio should be like 1.33, because it is the aspect ratio of the original image. So, how you are calculated that? So, width is 8 inches and height is 6 inches. So, you are dividing 8 by 6. So, aspect ratio is 1.33. So, this ratio you have to maintain while you are resizing, or you are making some operations on that image. So, you have to maintain the aspect ratio. This is so important for the graphics. And the last one is a frame buffer. So, it is very important. The frame buffer, we are going to use this concept in overall computer graphics syllabus. So, I have said that the pixel, we are saying that we are controlling the pixel, means what we are going to do exactly? We are giving a color to that pixel. I am setting the intensity of that color to that pixel. Okay. So, where this color is stored, where that intensity is getting stored. So, all intensity values of that pixels are stored into the array in our computer memory. So, this pixel is having this color, this information I have to store somewhere, right. So, where I am going to store that? In computer's memory, and that memory is called as a frame buffer. So, our computer graphics device can then access. Okay. I will command to computer that I have to set this pixel color to this. Okay. So, where it is going to be accessed? It is going to access from the computer memory. Okay. So, who is going to done that? So, our graphics display device, we are going to cover the display device topic in the next lecture. So, that display device can then access this array to determine the intensity at which the pixel is to be displayed. So, that intensity is going to capture from that array by the display device, means display device will search in computer memory, that is nothing but in frame buffer, to what intensity I have to set that particular pixel. That information is mined from that memory, that is called as a frame buffer. So, this array which contain the internal representation, what I am saying, the internal representation of that image is called as a frame buffer. So, it collects and store the pixel values for use of the display device, right. It consists of the color values for every pixel on the screen, means everything about that particular pixel, that its color, its address, its name, its intensity value, all are stored into the frame buffer. Okay. So, how the color values are stored, means how many bits are required likewise. So, here are you can see the 1 bit color value is having 2 colors, okay, that is only black and white. All of you have seen the grey image or a black and white image, they are having only 2 color values, that is black and white. It is also called as a binary, monochrome or black and white image, okay. These are the 3 names of that. So, it requires only 1 bit to store the 2 colors, okay. The next is 4 bit, it requires the 4 bits, it requires the 16 colors, okay. The in 4 bit you can store the 16 colors, then 8 bit model is having the 256 color. Now tell me, where is the 256 colors we are storing? In RGB model, right? I have said that the RGB value ranges is from 0 to 255, means how many colors are there? 256 colors. So, RGB model will be required how many bits to store the color? It requires the 8 bits, right? Then 16 bits, it having the colors 32,000 color, then 24 bits is having the 16 million colors, that is also called as a high color format, and the 32 bits, that is the latest true color formats are called, okay. So, this is what the frame buffer, we are storing the intensity of particular pixel onto that frame buffer, okay. So, what I am saying that a binary or monochrome model is if that color value is a 1, means we are saying that the black and white frame buffer we are using here, okay. If color value is 1, then we are saying the black and white frame buffer we are using here. For more number of color values, if color value is more than 1, then we are saying that color frame buffer we are going to use, okay. So, it totally depends upon the value of color which frame buffer we are going to use, okay. Again, the total amount of a memory required to drive that frame buffer, okay. I am saying that the frame buffer is nothing but a computer memory in which I am storing the pixel information, okay. But how many amount of a memory required to drive that frame buffer, means to use that frame buffer. So, again it totally depends on the resolution of your output signal, and it again totally depends on the color depth size. What is the color depth size? Whatever the things I have explained here, means the 1 bit, 4 bit, 8 bit, 16 bit, 24 bit color values, that is nothing but your resolution output signal. So, thank you all of you. Here I am covered the graphics primitive and the introduction of CG. The next topic will cover in the next lecture. Thank you all of you.